Alright, today we're going to be putting a new passenger mirror on a Dodge Ram 1500. Ordered me this from rockauto.com. I think it was about $150. This is for the electric one with the defrost. You can see the little defrost symbol there. Should be pretty simple to do. I watched a couple other videos. All we have to do is pull this little panel off right here. It's like a little separate section. And we have a bunch of little torque screws all the way around the door. I think 6 or 8 or something like that. And we have to pull this off to expose, I think, a Phillips head screw behind there. Other than that, there are 3 bolts holding on the mirror, and then this electric cord comes through a little grommet and plugs in down here somewhere. So it comes through the door down here. So let's get to it. Alright, I popped off the little grommet there, and you can see behind there there's just one big Phillips head screwdriver. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to take it off. Alright, I can only film, I can't film and hold the camera at the same time, so the screws removed. Now we'll just work on the torque screws all the way around. But I think first you're supposed to pull off this part, so I'm going to try to pull this off without breaking anything. There we go. Now it's pretty simple. So here's 2 of the screws right here. But I believe there's a 3rd one, or because of the electric plug, that's the only reason you really got to take all this apart. I think if you didn't have the electric mirrors, you might want to just pop that off, put these 2 in, put this one in, and you might be good. But I'm not 100% sure on that. But since this is electric with defrost, we're gonna take the whole door panel off. Alright, to make this a little faster, we'll use the electric drill here. For anybody wondering, the size is a Torque 20. I had a 25 on here already, but that's just too big, so it should be a Torque 20. And let's see if that fits. Oh yeah, it fits. It's already loose. So I think it's just these little cheap plastic screws, so I might skip the drill and just do them by hand so I don't damage anything. Yes, they're just these little plastic screws, and there's these plastic pins in here that hold it in. So when you're unscrewing it, you're probably going to have to like stick your fingernail under it and pull it out, because it's not going to want to come out on its own. And then I think you want to pry these out before you pull the door off so you don't lose them. Like, so there's just these are just those little pegs that expand when you put the screw in. Alright, all the screws are out. Now we're going to see if we can just lift this door up. I don't think it's going to be that easy, but let's see. It can be done with one hand. I think you have to make sure you get your focus over here, your pull pin for your door lock off, and then you can slide it forward a little bit. Let's see, there we go. And I'll just kind of prop it up here. You can see there's little pegs that it catches on, little hooks on the door. We're going to just prop it up for a second so we can unplug some of these electronics. Alright, we just pushed up from the bottom so we could pop open the window and door lock mechanism and just pull the green plug out the bottom. And I don't know if that's all that's tethering me to the door. Oh yeah, that's it. So now we'll just work on replacing the mirror. Put my door down. Like I said, the mirror, see, it's all taped up here. I have to cut that tape off, that little support maybe, and it comes down to here and plugs in down there. So we'll take care of that now. But first we got to pull the mirror out. Like I said, and we'll probably roll the window down, stick our hand through so we can hold the mirror ourselves. Or just get somebody else to hold it for you. Alrighty, let's see. So now we're going to just cut the tape right here that's holding onto this plastic and just unplug it down here, which I think is probably just squeezing it. Or maybe I have to put something in there. See if I can use my fingertip. Yeah, fingertip will do it. Alright, so let's cut this right here. Just cut the tape, feed the wire through, and pull out the mirror. My little clip right here stayed on, so make sure you don't lose the little clips that keep that piece in there. It also appears that the main bolts holding it on are 10 millimeter, which works on just about everything in the world, I think. 10 millimeter, these three 10 millimeter bolts takes this off. Okay, my new mirror did not come with any new hardware, so make sure you save your old hardware. Obviously the bolts coming out of here are attached, but the little nuts and stuff, save those, and make sure you have that little retaining clip up there at the top. This new cord is a little bit thicker, but I'm still going to try to tape it to that little support if possible. Alright, the new mirror is installed. I don't think it's got a little gap there, but it's about what it was before. This one here, you kind of lift up this little felt so the washer is actually behind it, less than it was before. I'm going to tighten these up, and I'm going to route the cable down through here and then back to the original place it was plugged in, right there. Alright, I actually pulled out this little peg here so I could put new tape on it, and we're plugged back in our original spot just below the white plug. Went ahead and dusted off the speaker. Now it's time to just hang the door back on here. Alright, to get this door back on, it was easier just to pull this panel out, so that would let me get the panel close enough to the door and still slide it up and down. If you leave that part on, you can't really lift up and slide down correctly. When you put it on, make sure your door lock thing is lined back up. So I'm on here. Now it's time to just put all the plastic screws back in, but first I'll put this little trim bracket back on and put the screw in there behind the door handle. Alright, I have all the little pins pushed back in. Now I'll just put the screws back in, and they're so loose. I'm just literally using the tip of an electric screwdriver. I'm not even using a screwdriver. I'm just holding the bit in my hand because they're just on there. They're just plastic. Alright, all the screws are back in. So we're just going to have to snap this part back on here. You know, it's got a couple little teeth right here, I guess, that line up to that, and just shove it in. So we'll do that real quick, and I think we'll be back in business. Time to clean up. Alrighty, so we're all done. Just time to clean up. I guess I'll just throw this mirror away. The back of it broke off by hitting a post. I thought it snapped it back on and it was fine, but then I went to a car wash and it flew off, so I guess it wasn't really on there as well as I thought it did. It'd be nice if you could just replace the back piece. Thanks again to rockauto.com for the parts.